Salam and welcome to SomaliDispatch.com's news headlines for December 3rd, 2024. I'm Abdulqadir Hussein. President-elect Donald Trump has demanded an immediate release of Israeli hostages in Gaza, warning of severe consequences if they are not freed before his second inauguration. It's unclear whether Trump is threatening U.S. military involvement. U.S. allies hope for a ceasefire and hostage release agreement before he takes office. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu's office declined to comment, but Israeli President Isaac Herzog welcomed Trump's statement. The conflict began on October 7, 2023, when Hamas fighters killed around 1,200 people and captured nearly 250 in southern Israel. About 100 hostages are still held in Gaza, with around two-thirds believed to be alive. Somali's Defense Minister Abdulqadir Mohamed Noor has stated that Jubaland administration will be responsible for any clashes between the Somali National Army and Jubaland forces in Lower Juba. He clarified that the additional 1,000 soldiers deployed to Ras Kamboni are focused on fighting Al-Shabaab, not attacking Jubaland. The minister regretted that Jubaland administration is politicizing the National Army, falsely portraying them as a threat to Jubaland. He emphasized that the deployed Danab forces are fulfilling their constitutional duties and warned that anyone who confronts them will be held accountable. He highlighted the significant victories achieved by these forces in previous battles against Al-Shabaab. The Somali National Intelligence and Security Agency NISA and the Somali National Army conducted targeted operations in Yaqle in Middle Shabelle region, resulting in the deaths of 27 Al-Shabaab militants and injured over 30 others. Senior officers from NISA and the Army led the operations. NISA urged the public to avoid areas with Al-Shabaab presence to facilitate the operation and avoid additional risks. The forces are continuing their efforts to enhance regional security and plan to expand operations to eliminate Al-Shabaab militants across the country. President of Somaliland The outgoing president of Somaliland, Musa Bihi Abdi, met with the U.S. ambassador to Somalia, Richard H. Riley, and AFRICOM Commander Major General Brian Cashman at the presidential palace in Hargeisa. The outgoing president thanked the U.S. delegation for their cooperation in security and military matters in the Horn of Africa and noted that this visit would strengthen future relations between the two. The U.S. officials expressed their readiness to collaborate on security issues and praised the president for his role in the country's development, democratic process, synchronized elections, and strengthening bilateral relations. They also commended his acceptance of the National Electoral Commission's results in the November elections, which he lost. Those were today's news headlines. For updated news and interviews in English, please follow us on all social media platforms at SomaliDispatch.com.